While the two were dating, his girlfriend suddenly asked him a question. What would he do if they ever broke up? Jake figured she was just messing with him. He joked that he'd show up holding some other girl's hand right in front of her, but out of nowhere, she burst into tears. She said that even if she were the one who ended things, the thought of another girl standing beside him would still be unbearable.
우리가 헤어진다면 내가 차버리는 걸 거야.
It wasn't until Jake swore he'd marry no one but her, or stay alone forever, that she finally smiled again. The next day, Jake was woken up by a phone call. It was the chairman's secretary. The chairman wanted him to attend his granddaughter's wedding as his plus one. Jake himself had planned the whole wedding, but only the family was allowed to actually attend. Being invited was a huge honor for him. After hanging up, Jake noticed his girlfriend was already gone, so he just left her a message saying where he'd be, and headed off to the wedding. Sitting through a wedding like this was pretty boring for Jake, but the moment he looked at the bride, his eyes went wide, because the bride was no one other than the girlfriend he'd been with just the night before. As if sensing his stare, the bride glanced over too, her expression just as thrown off as his. She hadn't seen his message, but the shock only lasted a split second. Once she composed herself and looked away, a group of men in black suits surrounded Jake. They took him down instantly, and hauled him out of the venue. Someone knew about the two of them, and had already stationed people there just in case. Once he was thrown into a room, Jake finally managed to calm down. He started piecing together everything about their relationship, trying to find some clue about her double identity, but he came up empty, not just because they'd met by pure chance, but because the two names didn't match at all. He'd once been sent to the US to seduce the chairman's granddaughter, but after meeting Amy, he'd given up on the whole plan, which meant he'd never actually met Jennifer. Right as he was replaying their sweetest memories together, his girlfriend was finishing her wedding vows with someone else, becoming another man's wife. Around then, Chairman Cha finally remembered Jake, and started looking for him, so the guards on site immediately let him go.
소란 피우지 않겠다고 약속해야.
Being at the same wedding, there was no way the two of them could avoid running into each other. While the chairman was busy chatting with the in-laws, Jake slipped away, and finally managed to corner the bride.
넌 진짜 어마어마한 쌍년이야.
쌍년 맞아.
By this point, nothing he said would change anything. He threw the watch she'd given him onto the ground. All Jake wanted was one reason she'd chosen to give up on him and marry someone else.
할아버지한테 대산 주식 많이 받고 하는 결혼이야. 나 이런 결혼 원했어.
That answer hurt Jake even more. It was a condition he could never have matched. No matter how hard he tried, he'd been wrong to think she wasn't the type to chase status and money. She simply stepped over the watch and walked away without looking back, and he quietly bent down, picked it up, and put it back on.